Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the live stream CUKOO sale extravaganza. That is right. I am Swaggle, and we're doing something a little bit different today. I am doing a comic book sale officially on the CUKOO platform, which is a live selling comic book sales platform. But I'm also going to be streaming here on the YouTube channel, just so you guys can get a feel of the show. Or if you want to, discover the sale from my YouTube channel, you can hop over to the link in the description. That'll take you over to the CUKOO app, where you can download it and partake in the sale today. So it's going to be a fun show. I am going to be doing a giveaway. As you guys can see, I have this Avengers 57 first appearance of Vision that I will be putting up for a giveaway. I'm not quite exactly sure how I'm going to do it yet. I do know that I'm going to do something where it's like if you're in the live stream here and you download the app and you join the stream on the CUKOO app, then you qualify. So that's how it's going to be. I'm going to pick somebody who is in the CUKOO app, but also here at the same time. So hope you guys, enjoy it or want to come over to the show, or if not, you can just hang out today and you can see what these books end up selling for. So it'll definitely be a fun show. It's going to be a learning curve, okay? Because I'm going live on this app. I've never done it before. The company CUKOO is still in beta. So they're still kind of working through all the elements and the things like that. So we're gonna all learn together, but it's gonna be great because I'm gonna start everything for $1. I got a lot of great books, and I hope everybody gets some good deals today. And if I don't pay attention to the YouTube as much, hopefully you guys don't mind. My focus is gonna be on the app and the selling platform. So if you guys are writing, hopefully you guys are writing in the chat and chiming in and all that stuff. But if I miss your comments, don't take it personal because I'm paying attention to the app at this time. Quick question here. Shout out to Luis. What's going on, man? What up, Swaggle Haas? Okay, I'm going to assume that the audio is okay for the most part. So yeah, it's a lot of tech stuff because I'm doing the camera on the stream in the app as I'm also using the camera for this right now, using the same microphone. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, let me kind of get situated here. Let me go over to the app. Let me make sure I have my phone because I got the team over there, probably talking to me and chiming in. And let me see if I got a few minutes left. Okay, I got a few minutes left. I probably don't need to go live just yet. So let me just go over here, my account, dashboard, show list. All right, that's it right there. Okay. All right, yeah, we're looking good. We can hear you. Have fun, man. New tech is always fun. Yeah, it's new tech while also juggling. I had to kind of like strip my setup a little bit to like prepare for this because I got all these comics and stuff off to the side and all that. So we're gonna be jumping through hoops, but it should be a good show. I should hopefully do okay here. Not mess anything up. How can I really mess it up considering everything that I sell today is going to start for $1. So it's not like I'm going to do the thing where it's like, oh, I meant to start that for $100. It's like, it is what it is. It's $100, or it's $1. So whatever, we'll see what happens. All right. Over here, I got 3 minutes left, so I can hang out with you guys. I can do a little preview of some of the books I'm bringing to the show. I do have a different variety of things. A lot of the stuff is all from the comic book collection that I recently picked up. So I'm just kind of, pulled out a bunch of, Silver Age books I figured that people would like, and I kind of prepped them. I did grade them, and I did put a price on them. But at the same time, we're all going to start for $1. But yeah, got some ASMs, some early ASM right here. This is one of the nice book I'm bringing up. First Romita on Spider-Man. That's a nice book. We got Origin of Green Goblin, another one. These two copies were actually pretty solid grades. We got a First Rhino right here. This one's a lower grade. We got some MJ. That's always a good book. Spider-Man 100. I got a Morbius in there. What else do we got? Some Silver Surfers, like 1 and 2. I got some Fantastic Four. I got some Avengers. Let me see what else is some good stuff I can show off while we wait for noon. Avengers number two. Look at that. I'm just going to start this at $1. You know, I was looking at prices. It's like around a 4.5 to a 5.0, and like recent prices like around $400. But if we'll see how many people show up. If someone ends up paying $1 for that, I'm going to be so happy for you. What is that meme? The meme with like the little kid, and he's doing like the fooey, a thing where he's like got his hands in his pants, and he's like, "Oh, so happy for you." Yeah, that's how I'm going to feel. But it's okay. It's okay because it's going to go off to new homes, good new homes. All right, let me see here. Some Avengers stuff. I actually do have a vision that I'm going to be putting up. I will say this one right here. If you guys are just tuning in, I will be doing a giveaway. How I'm going to do it, I haven't quite figured that out yet. So you have to bear with me. But I think like the point of the giveaway is obviously if you're here watching on my YouTube, maybe you follow the YouTube. I obviously want you to get onto the app. So I'm trying to think. It's like if you make an account on the app from here with your same username, and then like I pick the username, and then I'm like, oh yeah, okay, like you made an account, cool. Like you get the giveaway, you qualify for the giveaway, and then I'll give it away. I don't know. Someone in the CUKOO app is going to be getting this book. That's all I know. Maybe I just have to give it with somebody's lot. I don't know. Someone's going to get it. Yeah, other good stuff. All right, it is noon. Let me at least go live over on CUKOO so I can kind of at least get situated over there and let people get in the room, and then I can kind of go over all the show details and all those sorts of things. So let me go to the app. I'm assuming that if I hit start now, um, updated settings on this. Okay, we can do that. All right. Oh. Okay, okay. Got to reposition here, guys. Is that better? Oh, I guess we don't need to totally see my face. Okay, so Mike is that. And then that's that. Oh, I see people in the chat. All right. We got J Rod in the chat. We got Eggplant. We got Wilk. We got Aaron. What's going on, guys? We got Ace. Yeah, thanks for being punctual. I am punctual. I try to be punctual, with these types of things. But admittedly, I have to kind of like get the flow going. I got to get the flow going. So welcome, guys. Welcome to my first of what I hope will be many live streams here on CUKOO. Shout out to the guys who started this app, the Comic Book Boys. JMO and Chris and Philippe and Jamie from Flip Mode, who have really taken a big swing with the whole team, trying to create something for the comic book community. To try to give an alternative for live selling. And I'm a fan of what they're trying to build. And they asked me if I would be interested in bringing some books to the show, considering I just got that collection. And I was like, yeah, this is like perfect timing. I'd love to do it. See if we can get people some good deals. So yeah, a little bit of a more qualifiers. This is my first time doing this, guys, so I apologize. Hopefully you give me a little leniency here as I kind of get through the learning curve of this. I've never really done live selling, so it's new for me, and the setup is new. So I will try not to make it a dull show, and will try not to screw it up. But we'll see. The guys, the company is still in its beta phase. So I think there are little things and little improvements. And I do believe that they're going to be hanging out in the chat. So if there are questions throughout the show, technical things or little, clarifications you guys need, be sure to just chime in the chat, and I think somebody will be able to respond. And if anything, if they can't fix it today, at least it'll be great feedback as they continue throughout their beta program. So when they officially launch, they'll be able to have a well-oiled machine, which I do believe that they are doing an official rollout at San Diego Comic-Con. So if you're in San Diego Comic-Con, CUKOO will have a booth. So if you're interested in the platform in general, maybe you want to sell on it in the future, definitely go check them out, because I think that's it's a great thing that they're trying to do here. All right, so we got some other people here. Sound is okay. Don't gas them up. Their heads already big. Yeah, you're right. These guys are terrible. Forget these guys. Okay, let me think about some other things. Other little housekeeping things. So I got a bunch of keys that I prepared. I have other books that are like just off to the side. So I'm like open to taking requests. If you guys like have requests or if you just want to throw stuff out. I have a lot of Silver Age. I tried to just pull out the keys because I feel like you guys are probably more interested in that. But I have like tons of fill of like Avengers and Daredevil and all these other things. So if you want me to do that throughout the show, you can let me know if you have something in particular. But I think I prepared like the stuff you guys would care most about. Other little things, no sales tax today. The company is eating that. They're not going to start the sales tax aspect to this until I believe after San Diego Comic-Con. So just so you know, whatever you win the auction for, there is a shipping cost that is additive if you like are buying more books. I think the base shipping rate is calculated on where you live relative to where I am. So it should be try to be minimal. And then if you add more books to your lot, I think I can do up to like 7 or 8 or something like that. It might be like slightly higher, but there's no tax on that. And there's no handling fees and anything like that. So whatever you win it for plus shipping, that's your take home pay price, or that's what you have to pay. So in case you guys had any clarifications on that. Let me think. What else? What other little things? I have stuff. I don't know if I should do a preview. I guess I got my face next to this giveaway book right here. I was trying to think of like some way to do the giveaway where I have currently live streaming on my YouTube right now. So I guess the idea is, shout out to YouTube, even though I'm talking to the CUKOO audience. If you're on YouTube and you come over to the CUKOO app, you give yourself a chance to win this giveaway. How am I going to give it away? I don't know, because I don't want you guys to have to buy something. I want everyone to have the chance to do it. Maybe the guys can figure out a way for me to do the giveaway book, or maybe I'll do the giveaway on my YouTube, or maybe I'll just throw it in somebody's lot. I don't know. I'm giving this book away. I don't want it by the end of the show. That's all I know. Okay. What other little things? Details. I don't know. I think that's it, guys. I don't know what else to say. If you guys have questions, you can definitely let me know. All right, let me do this now. Let me kind of set up. Okay, I do have that. Okay, add to queue. All right, add to queue. The way I set it up is I just have your generic $1 start thing. Okay, there's no fancy pants. I took pictures ahead of time. There's no like, oh, I set the whole thing up. It's just I got one play in my playbook. That's it. One play in my playbook, dollar start, and I just keep running it. So if I screw that up, we're off to a bad start. Okay. Let me see. What else? Anything else? Go to settings tab, click on your name. Okay, yeah. So you guys are talking about names. Anyways, yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks so much for being here today. I tried to grade pretty conservatively. And even though we're starting at $1, I did generally put prices on the books, which like here's I think this is gonna be a good test run. So like here's like an ASM number. What is it? 38. This is the last Ditko issue. So I called it a 2.0 to a 2.5, and then I put like 40 on it, which I don't know if I should. Like, I'm really bad. I'm not good at this, because I feel like I shouldn't tell you. You should be like, oh, this is like a $10,000 book, guys. But I tried to put like the general price of like, yeah, I sourced like, okay, what are GPA comps and what are like eBay listing comps and all that stuff. So you don't have to look at the price, but it's just there. Everything's going to start for $1 either way. So yeah. I guess we can kind of kick it off. Maybe this could be a good little test run. Let me think if there's any other little housekeeping things that I should talk about. Housekeeping things. I'm happy to open up books for you guys if you want me to do that. But I feel like pace of play is important, right? Like I think you guys kind of want to get through the lots. So probably not belabor too much like I've already been belaboring right now. Let me think what else. Does this app work for Canadian people yet? I don't. Yes. I think that there might be some stuff, but hopefully someone in the chat will talk about it. Are you going to sell any of the Schomburg books? I do have them. I didn't price them. Um, if you want, I can maybe run them later at the end of the show. We'll see how things are going. But they're off to my side right here, so I could do it. All right, let me think. I don't know. Let's just run one. Let's just try it. Also, do you need to see my face? I feel like this is good, right? Like that's kind of nice, right? Bigger in the thing. Bigger in the thing. Okay. All right, so let's do it, guys. Let's do a first run. Hopefully, I don't screw this up. This is ASM number 38. Again, this came from the collection that I recently picked up. Basically, an original owner for the most part. Not original owner. I don't want to say that. Sorry, because it didn't buy off the rack. 20 to 25. This is the last Ditko issue. MJ cameo. Whatever. It's a cool book. Colors are decent, but yeah, I try to be conservative. All right, so I'm going to start this auction. Let's get it going, guys. Let's get it going. Start auction here. All right. Starting bid $1. Quantity. I'm just saying things that you guys don't worry about this stuff. Timer. We're going to go 15-second timer. And then 10-second reset timer. So if you guys know, you should be in the app, you should just swipe if you want to bid on it. It'll start at $1. And then every time someone bids, it resets to 15-second or 10 seconds. So yeah, that's what it is. Gemini, Sudden Death. All right, guys, here we go. First book of the day. Let us run this auction. And we're off. Look at that. It works. We're bidding. Oh, I know people put music on and all that stuff. Do you guys feel like we should do that, or is like my voice the music? You know what I mean? Is my voice good enough? I can just talk for the most part. So looks like we're bidding, and then there's a new leader, and Lance. Okay. I'm just following along here. Voice only. Voice is fine. Your voice is soothing. Okay. I kind of like, I feel like voice is good. Sometimes it gets too like, I don't know, when the womp womps are like trying to, get everyone to buy and all that stuff. All right. I think we got a sale. We got a sale here. All right. It looks like the user K just bought it. I think it was the user K and it sold for 40. So we got Kevin. All right. There it is. All right, so let me get my system down here. We're going to go writing this down. Lot number 1. Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate it. Everyone just hanging out today and participating in the sale. I appreciate it. I hope everyone has a good time and everyone wins some good books today. So, all right, lot number 1 goes to Kevin Keaty. Kevin Keaty. All right. Kevin Keaty. Thanks, Kevin, so much. Really appreciate it. All right, let's put that book aside. I feel like we'll probably just go in order. I mean, that people are here. So let's kind of go to, the next big boy book right here. We got ourselves. All right, I don't guarantee my grade anymore, guys. I don't guarantee my grade anymore. Hold on. Did I actually? No, it's fine. It's fine. All right. ASM number 39. We got ourselves the first Ramita on Spider-Man. Classic issue, of course, with Green Goblin. Really nice copy. I called this one a 7 to a 7.5. Let me point out some things because this is a more pricey book. I want to make sure that you guys are, getting a good deal. So it's got a little, where is this? It's got a little like crease down there in the corner. If you guys can see that crease, down there in the corner is kind of like a little crease. And then up here at the top, it's got a little bit of a little scratching up there. You guys can see a little bit of that. It's kind of in the cut, but outside of that, it's really clean. It's really nice. Maybe it could use a little cleaning on the back or pressing and all that good stuff. I would recommend that you press and clean all this stuff. But yeah, 7075, I tried to call it. Some of the comps 550, but don't worry about those prices. I'm not trying to say that you guys have to pay whatever, whatever. I don't know if it's helpful. You guys should do your own research too. You should do your own research as we're doing it. Please center the book on camera. Okay, so we don't need my face. Good call. Good call. Can you show the entire book with the easel, please? Yes. So how is this, guys? Like, is this like, do we want to go zoom in here? Like, is this kind of nice? Like, oh, maybe I should do this. Yeah. Is that just better? Like, just get it out of the way, right? Back up. Spine ticks. Are there spine ticks? We got a couple. We got like one or two. So we got like one spine tick right there. A little bit on the staple. A little bit of stress on the staple. Spine tick there. What else? A little bit of that. Yeah, those are kind of the main things. I can take it out again if you guys want to see it. Zoom out a smidge. Watching on YouTube, okay. Sticker just at the bottom of the easel. Okay, yeah, that's not a bad idea, right? Something like this, like that. Now that I knocked this thing over, I don't know. All right. So I don't know if it does kind of like a punch in on the app on your guys' phone. So I'm just looking at what I can currently see. All right, here we go. So let's get it going, guys. ASM 39. Let me run the next item, hit this button, I assume. And I don't know if it's going to start right away, but if it does, let's go. All right, there we go. Leave the sticker off after showing. Yeah, I think that's a good call. I'll just let it kind of be whatever it is. And again, I don't know if the prices are helpful or not helpful or whatever to see them. I try to be like, please check my work. You know what I mean? Like, please check my work, because I don't want you guys to be like, well, Swag said this, and then it's actually worth like $5. And so hopefully you guys just look it up, and whatever goes for it, it'll go for. How's everyone doing? Sunday. What's going on now? San Diego Comic-Con is coming up very soon. That should be a lot of fun. I'm going to be doing some shows for that. We saw some crazy sales recently at the Heritage Auction. You guys see the absolute Batman sale was wild. I can't believe that. That was crazy. All right, we got someone to finish here. So what do we see here? It looks like Eggplant Comics with the finish. Shout out to Eggplant. Thanks so much for joining today, Eggplant. Appreciate you. Congratulations on this book. I hope you like it, sir. I hope you appreciate the colors of this thing. It's always nice with whenever you buy collections, and it's like you pull them out of a box and the colors are just so nice. And this is one of those times when it actually had that. So Eggplant got that one. Very cool. All right, let's keep it rocking and rolling. Let's move on now to the next book. Continuing on in the ASM run, ASM number 40. Origin of the Green Goblin. This is a similar grade to the previous one, I believe. Maybe I called it a little nicer, because the last one had that one little corner. This one is pretty clean overall, but a little bit of, that kind of top business, a little bit of the top right there, spine ticks, one or two spine ticks, things like that. A little bit of a corner, little soft corner down there, but pretty good overall. Pretty good overall, right? So I called this one like a 7 to maybe an 8. I don't, guys, I'm trying here. 7 to maybe an 8. These were some of the prices depending on what it gets, around that, if it's a 7, it's on the lower end. If it's an 8, it's on that higher end. And those are graded prices, guys. Those are graded prices. But Origin of the Green Goblin, Romita cover. We got ASM 1000 coming out soon. We got people complaining about JR and his cover, but at the same time, you can still enjoy the OG Romita cover. All right. How's the page quality look? Page quality on this one was pretty good. I can't remember exactly, but it was solid. It was solid. I can pull it out again. There are some books that we'll get to them that, yeah, like if the page quality is a little lower, I can remember and kind of notate it. All right, guys. Well, I think that's really it. That's kind of my setup. Let's just keep it rocking and rolling. You know, if everything looks good, I'm going to hit run next auction and let's let it rip. Here we go. Thanks again for hanging out. Shout out to everybody on YouTube who's over there watching. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. I can't see the chat over there, so I have no idea what's going on. But I appreciate you guys either coming from YouTube to hopping over here to the app. Hopefully you can win some good books today, pick up some cool stuff. We'll figure out how to do the giveaway towards the end of the show. What are the little things? Yeah, if you guys have feedback throughout, if you guys, I see a couple of people talking about like it'd be nice if some of the chat quality or like the buttons and all that stuff. All very good stuff to let the guys know for sure. Definitely let the guys know because they're still in their beta program. They're still kind of working it all out, figuring out the process and trying to improve and make sure that it's the best like user experience for people for sure. And yeah, I mean, if the quality of the stream too is kind of an issue, there's definitely you can hop over to my YouTube, and so like if that's like an easier way to preview the book, if you guys can like dual screen it, you can look over on the YouTube and see. Sales tax on purchases. So today there's no sales tax. The guys are going to eat it today. Yeah, well, thank you, Aaron, for answering that. So yeah, the hammer price. There's no buyer's premium or anything like that. So the price plus the shipping cost is basically what it is. So that'll be the price you pay today. In the future, I don't know if we can make those same promises, but at least for today, we can not worry about it. So let me see what else. Yeah, if you guys have requests throughout the day, I feel like we'll keep running these ASMs and I can just kind of get through the pile. Like, some of the ASM, like these ones are more expensive. Some of them are just like a couple of the fill books that are a little bit cheaper. So we can kind of power through some of those. All right, we got Major Dave finishing out right here. Shout out to you, buddy. Appreciate it. Winner, chicken dinner. I'm turning into Jamie already. All right, so that is lot number 3. I have to say it out loud so that I remember my process here. And that was Major Dave. Major Dave. All right, Major. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. Hopefully, you press that up, you clean that up, you get it all nice and shiny. And if you send it in, hopefully you get a really nice grade. Hopefully you do. Okay, let me see. Do you have any arcade flyers looking for Donkey Kong's actual first appearance? I do have some actually. Let's see. X-Men. Yes, I do have some X-Men. So I can do that. I'm kind of just going alphabetical, but I'll keep kind of powering through and try to keep it running. Try to keep it going. All right. Next up, guys, ASM number 41, first appearance of Rhino. I'm calling this one a 2-0 to a 2-5. I think 2-0, 2-5s go for like $200, something around there. This is a lower grade. It's got a little bit of stuff going on, kind of like a soft. You can see some of the damage in the corner right there, some color breaking creases with a little bit of like moisture, some waveringness. You can see some creases down there. It is attached. It is complete. But there is like a little bit of like kind of moisturey water vibes going here. Water vibes. So I'm calling it a 2-0, maybe a 2-5. You guys know what it is already. First Rhino. Um, any Hulk? I do not have any Hulk today. I apologize for that, but I do have lots of Hulk in my this collection. So hopefully I'll be doing a bunch of these shows, in the future. All right, shut up, swag. Run the book. Let's keep going. Let's keep it going. All right, ASM 41, first Rhino. Here we go. Let's run it. Oh man, I understand why people want music now. You know, they just need like a little bit of ambiance to fill the background. But perhaps my ambiance is my voice. I just soothe you guys with my shrill. What am I? Trombone. Oh no, what is it? What is it? What are the voice kinds? What are the names of voices? Tenors. My shrill tenor. Um, put on an audiobook instead. Audiobook. What if we did audio comic book readings? ASMR. Oh, ASMR. All right, here we go. Jeff Bentley. Congratulations, Jeff. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for your bid. So that is lot number 4. And that went to Jeff Bentley. Jeff Bentley. Appreciate you, Jeff. Thank you so much. All right. Pace of play, swag. Keep it going. I played soccer the other day because World Cup has been awesome. And I was a big soccer player. And I got together with all my friends during 4th of July and we played soccer and we kept saying pace of play, pace of play, pace of play. Got to go fast, got to go fast. All right. Next book here is ASM 42, First Mary Jane cameo panel. You guys know, like some people argue it's her cameo. Depends on where you fall on that side of the spectrum, but it's her first appearance for the most part. It's her first appearance. All right, I'm calling this one a 2-0 to a 2-5. I don't remember this one having water per se, but as you guys can see, color breaking creases all along, the spines there, little chip up there, some doggy ear stuff going on. So, 2025, but it's attached. It's attached. It's a book. It works. It's a thing. All right. So let me cue this up and let us get it going. I mean, no sense in talking. Run the auction. Let it rip. How long is the show today? So the show today is kind of depends. I mean, I can kind of go for however long. I think I want to kind of get through this box that I prepared. So maybe we'll go for another hour or two. One thing I forgot to point out actually is today is a mega CUKOO sale extravaganza. Like it's starting with me, but after me is going to be the flip mode guys. They're going to be selling an incredible X-Men collection. They have an X-Men #1 that they are starting today. Will they start it for $1? I say they better. And then after them is also going to be Hell Destroyer Comics. He's going to be bringing some great stuff. And then I do believe the Comic Book Boys are also selling some stuff. And they have an incredible Hulk #1 that they are starting for $1. So that's later today. So, whenever that happens, later on in the day, if you guys are just chilling, you have us all on in the background, there will be plenty of time to buy, like Jack just did. Thank you, Jack, for that one. I think, okay, $50, right? I think that's what it was. So lot number 5. Oh, that pen is no good. Get out of here. Lot number 5. And that went to Jack Rodriguez. All right, awesome. So yeah, after the show, those guys will be going after me. All right, let's go to the next book right here. ASM number one hundo. ASM number one hundo. Classic cover with all the faces on it. I call this one a 4.0 to a 5.0. It presents nicely, but it's got that kind of spine roll situation going on. You guys can see like where the staples are. But the cover is pretty good. Like it's not, it doesn't have like, it actually doesn't have any color breaking creases on it. So I'm calling it a 4.0 to 5.0. Like I'm trying to think like what was it? I think it's on the back of this book. Maybe it's got some like dirt or something like that. Um, so I don't really remember. But you know, this is one of those books that's like a, I don't know, kind of like a $100 book type thing. So that's a rough estimate. But 4.0 to 5.0, classic ASM 100 cover. Blacks are good. Center it up. All right. Let's see. Everything looks good. Any questions? I think we're good. And let us run the auction. Here we go. Yeah, it looks like there's no international currently going on at the moment. But hopefully that'll all work itself out very soon. You know, again, the CUKOO app right now still in its beta program, still kind of working through the bugs. You know, I think I'm only like the third seller, third different seller that has been able to bid on the app. All right, we got a winner here. Let's see, what did it end up going for? It's going to queue it up. Yeah, I think I'm like only like the third seller here. So you know they're really making sure that they get all the kinks out, get it all worked out before they kind of onboard like more people on, more sellers, officially launch. Excuse me, that sort of thing. All right, I'm just waiting for the item to populate. Yeah, so here's the thing, guys. I have let's see, what time is it? 12:30. So I'm going to do another ASM book after this, and then I got a bunch of other ASM books as far as like uh, lower grade things or run fill stuff. Hold on a second. So number 6 was J Rod. Oh, J Rod won again. Okay, sorry, I was confused. My apologies. I was like, I know Jack just bought the last book, so I was waiting for your name to cycle through, but I realized that you bought this one as well. So, Jack, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And yeah, there is combined shipping. As far as I understand, the app takes care of it. So it's like a little bit additive based on the weight of the books. And I think I set it so that, you know, you could have like 7 or 8 books that, you know, work themselves out. All right. Next book here I have is a Morbin Time, ASM number 101, first appearance of Morbius. I'm calling this one a 3.5 to a 4.0. It's just got your spine wear type of stuff like that. It's got a dog ear sitch, some scratches up there in the green, maybe a little bit of color rub going on, maybe a little centerfold crease, or what do you call it? Like a little bit of a creasing here. But yeah, 3.5 to a 4.0. We're calling it something like that. And I think the prices around this price, you know, for like kind of graded comps and things like that. I had subscription increase. Thank you. My brain doesn't work. Today, all Spider-Man. No, I'm going through Spider-Man now. We're going to do this auction. We're going to run it, and we'll talk about where we want to pivot to next if we want to pivot. All right, guys. You guys know what it is. Morbin time. Here we go. Run the auction. Yeah. So this book, I think is I got a bunch of ASMs. What do you guys feel like? Should I just keep going ASM? Because I got a lot of silver ASM that are like decent stuff. We can just kind of power through them. But I got a whole slew. And then I also have like X-Men. I got some Fantastic Four. I got Avengers. So we can kind of really, run a decent amount of stuff. And I did put out a little bit of a preview video. So we can, if you guys saw something in the preview video, you can ask about that and I'll bring it up. All right, so I'm seeing like X-Men, Avengers, mix it up, that sort of thing. Okay, like maybe I'll mix it up. Like maybe that's the way to do it, That way, like you guys can get a little bit, and then like no, I'll come back to like some ASM if people are still interested. All right, we got a winner. We got the Dustin G. The Dustin. Thank you, sir. Congratulations on that one. You got yourself a Morbius lot number 7. And that is the Dustin. Sweet deal. All right. Put that one down. All right, let's see. So yeah, I got a bunch of ASMs, all this type of stuff. I'm gonna quickly show you guys like, some of the other silver later in the run, 58, 45. 45 is a cool book. Lizard, that sort of stuff. But let's table those. Let's come back to it. That way you guys can get to some of these other books that maybe you're waiting for and all that sort of thing. I saw some X-Men. I saw some Avengers requests. Let's do this. Let's let's go. Let's go X-Men because I got even though it's a silver show, I got silver X-Men, and then we're gonna like. I also have a couple bronze X-Men, but I feel like I'm gonna come back to that. So let's bounce a little bit. Okay, let's go back and forth. So let's hop over to an X-Men. Let's hop over to this book right here, X-Men number 14, first appearance of the Sentinels, Jack Kirby, hands like nobody's business. Those are some sausagey fingers. I'm calling this one a 4.0. Let's see here. It's got some spine wear, things like that. You can see maybe a little bit of the crease. There's like a few color breaking creases along the spine there. Some stuff at the top, I believe. I don't know if it gets it on camera, but it's not bad. It's not a bad copy. It's one of those ones where it's like sometimes you get like a couple creases here. We have like 3 or 4 of them here, and then it's like that kind of adds to the overall damage. So I'm calling it a 4.0. Calling it a 4.0. I believe recent 4.0 sales were around like 250. But again, please, guys, check my work, look up prices, look up comps, all those things. Either way, starting for $1, we're running it for $1. Sausage fingers. All right, guys. X-Men number 14. Let us run this hizzy. So yeah, we're here. We're doing it, guys. We're doing it. We are doing it. Wonder how they are choosing who gets to sell. I do believe that, um, a couple of the guys, well, Flip Mode was the first kind of seller with them, but they're partners with it. I've known the guys for a long time, and it was just kind of like the right timing. I don't really know. I do believe that in the app itself, if you kind of play around and go to your profile, there is a button that is like request to be a seller. So if you're somebody interested in selling, I think you can just hit that and apply. And I don't know what their current process is, their submission process, but I think that they're choosing. Yeah, Flip Mode says you got to be a baller. You got to be a baller like them. Yeah, the seller request button. All right. The auction, is it going? Is it done? Looks like it's done. And shout out to Andrew. Andrew is the winner. Auction lot number 8. Thank you so much, Andrew. Appreciate you. Andrew Bussey. You got yourself some Jack Kirby hands coming your way. All right. Going down the list to the next book. If you are a fan of the Sentinels, this may be the next one you want, which is the next book in the run, X-Men number 15, first appearance of Master Mold. I'm calling this one a 5 to a 5.5. So I do believe that this is a slightly a nicer copy than the 14 was, because there's not as many color breaking creases on this one. But it does have, some spine ticks. It's got your general kind of wear. Let me see what else. Maybe a little color rub on his helmet right there, whatever that is, like a fingerprint. But it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Decent copy. But I'm calling it a 5 to a 5.5. And I believe comp's kind of around that 160, around that price. But either way, first Master Mold, run the auction, stop the talking. Here we go, boys, and run it. All right. So yeah, so we got some X-Men. I got these silver X-Men's. I'll run another one, and then we can hop over to Avenger, or I'll run a few. I'll run a few. Yeah, I should get through like this silver section, and then I'll save some of the bronze for later. And then I got some DC as well, guys. I got DC, we got FF, Silver Surfer. So a decent amount of stuff, decent amount of things. And it looks like we got ourselves a winner. Shout out to Jason McCullough. Congratulations, sir. Silver Surfers, I have a number 1 and a number 4. So the two best ones. Although Silver Surfer 3 is the best one, but the market does not agree with me. But I got those two, and then I have a bunch of Silver Surfer covers, just in general. So that one goes to Jason McCullough. All right. Shout out to you, Jason. Appreciate it. All right. Where were we? Next up, flying through the X-Men. Any high-grade ASM 90 plus. Not this show, not this time. But I do have some, perhaps in a future show. Is the price a suggested value? Yeah, so the price is like, as I was just going through and grading the books, like I was just trying to do my best, be conservative, do the grade. And then I was just looking up prices of like, okay, like roughly it's around this price. But, I'm looking at some GPA sales mixed with like eBay sales and listings. And so it's not a recommendation. I'm just kind of like saying what I saw, but don't take my word for it. Do look up your prices. So I'm not trying to say that it should be that, but whatever it goes for, either way, it's going to be $1. So whatever it sells for is going to be what it sells for. But it's not pressure. All right, next one in the run. I love this cover, guys. X-Men number 14. This is one of those ones where if this was the cover of X-Men 15, I feel like first Master Mold would be so much better. But unfortunately, it's not. This is the second Master Mold, the third Sentinels, the first Master Mold cover, I suppose. And this one was a nice copy. It's really solid, and like not really too much to complain as far as the quality is concerned. It's got a little bit of a crease down there in the corner, but really solid, really nice. Maybe I don't know. Not even a spy tech. I guess maybe it needs a clean on the back, but I'm calling it a 6.0 to a 6.5. And I think I looked up some of the recent prices. It's around that. But again, don't matter. We're going to let the room decide what it goes for. All right, here we go. Running the auction. First mouse mold cover. Here we go. Thanks again, guys, for hanging out today. If you guys have requests, we can bounce around. What's the earliest FF you're going to run? The earliest FF I have is I got a 49 and I have a 50. And then I have 49, 50, 55, 67, 72. So like some of those, the Silver Surfer covers. Oh, I have a 46 as well. I got a Black Bull. So kind of more in that midsection, not top 20. Let's take over on YouTube. What are you guys doing over here? I never know what YouTube is doing. Oh, there's people hanging out on YouTube. Shout out to you guys. Hey, now. Admittedly, it looks nice on YouTube. It does look nice. The camera is bigger. I'm glad I got to make sure that, I forget. You guys can see me over here. All right. Did we get that one? Auction number 10. Shout out to Jeff Bentley. Appreciate you. Congratulations on picking that one up. What else can we talk about? What's going on with you guys these days, What's new? What do you guys think about Absolute Batman? Did you guys see my video earlier with the 9.9 that sold for $15,000? Like it's awesome. It actually is awesome that a brand new book can get that price. That's pretty cool. But it's pretty wise. Would I want to buy that book if I had that budget for my comic books? Would I choose the 9.9 Absolute Batman foil? Maybe, actually. It'd be kind of a hilarious book to own. All right, we got this. Let's see. X-Men 17. This is a book that is just next in the run. I'm calling this one a 2.5. I did write to a 3.0, but let's call it a 2.5 to 2.0 or to 3.0. It's got a lot of creases on the side right here, some creases. But attached. It's a book. It's a fill. We're just gonna run it. I figure maybe there's people that want some of these other books. I got like these types of things if we want to keep running them, or if you guys want to keep sticking to the keys, we can keep sticking to the keys because I do have a lot of others coming up. All right, here we go. X-Men 17, run it. Like the mix it up style. Keys, about 499 older books. I'd rather have that at that price. Yeah. Yeah. I figured like you guys probably just want keys and stuff. Like maybe what I'll do, because I was just kind of prepping, as going through the run. Like I was like, oh, okay, I definitely want to bring Sentinels. And then I'm flipping through and I'm like, well, should I just price this book? Like, do you guys want this? And it's like, I guess so. But maybe what I'll do is I'll brand stuff like X-Men Run. We'll just go through it like one show. We'll just go through X-Men. But for now, since this is that kind of like that first show, maybe you guys want just the keys, that sort of thing. Especially, we can get to the keys and then I can do, the cheaper stuff later on in the show. But I just want to give people the options. We're learning as we go. All right, Jason McCullough, thank you, sir, again for that pickup. Number 11. Jason McCullough. Yeah, other little housekeeping reminders, guys. Once again, no tax today. We're on the app. We're gonna do the guys are gonna take care of that, the CUKOO guys. So it's just shipping. It's whatever the price is plus the shipping. All right, let's go through. Let's just knock out. We're gonna do Phil. We're gonna do. Well, it's not Phil. This is still a cool book. Just keep going down X-Men, and then we'll head over to some keys. I got Polaris coming up. I got Havoc and that sort of thing. All right, X-Men number 18. One of my favorite Magneto covers. This is kind of like an early, just badass Magneto cover. I'm calling this one 3.5 to a 4.0. It's kind of what you would expect. Like it's attached. It's a decent copy. It's got color breaks right there. It's got, things on the side. It's like one of those books that you would be like, yeah, I've seen one of those ones that are the 3.5 to 4.0 type of books. So keep going on the X-Men and let this one rip. All right. So yeah, pinch to zoom on the app, not smooth. Yeah, that's a good feedback there. How much for the cap 3? You mean the cap 3 behind me? Can you actually see it? I mean, slide in the DMs. We can talk about it. All right, so we'll do a few more X-Men books. Then I'm going to bounce over to maybe Avengers. We'll do a little Avengers. Then we can go FF. Then we can go Silver Surfer. I got Tales of Suspense. I got Batman. Do you guys want Batman? Neil Adams type Batman. I got Green Lantern, Spectre Showcase. Neil stuff. Okay, we can do that too. All right. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I miss when the hammer goes. All right, we got Lance Palumbi. Shout out to you, Lance. Thank you so much. Lot number 12. Lance Palumbi. I got to be really diligent with how I do this thing, Learn from the Flipmo guys. We write the names on the thing with the tape. And that way, when I'm going through and fulfilling your guys' orders, make sure. Okay, here's an idea. Do I ruin the app? Because I don't know how we're going to do this, but I got an X-Men 49 that's like a low grade. It's like it's attached. It's first Polaris, but it's like it has got spine roll. It is dirty. I think that there might be a chip in the back of the book. So I'm calling it like a 1.0 to a 1.8, but it is attached. And then I also got Polaris X-Men 50, and I'm also calling this a 1.5 to a 2.0. It's got like water damage on it. I think that there's a little bit of water on the staple. We could do a lot right here. What if we did this? Is that interesting? Do we do this? Just run it together? I feel like, which one do you want? I don't know. It's like you might as well just get both of them. Is that what we should do? I think we should do that. Let's do a lot. I think that's just better. Yeah, let's just do both. Run the both. That way, it's like even though 50 is way cooler of a cover, it's her second appearance, and 49 is the one that, is her first appearance technically. But I don't know. We're just gonna run it as a lot. How am I going to figure this out to combine it later? No clue. But that's a Swaggle later on problem, not a running it right now problem. All right, here we go. We got the lot, guys, for X-Men 50 and X-Men 49. First Polaris cover. I think she's the big news, right? Was she was going to be in like X-Men 97? Like she's like on the show now, which I'm not caught up with. So no spoilers. But yeah, these are, 2 copies here, lowerish grade. But they're books. They're books. At the end of the day, they are books. All right, what do we see here? I kind of like the lots, guys. I kind of like the lots because then I would just do like something crazy and I would just like sell them all together all at once. Like Like I kind of have that feeling like when I sometimes I watch like Felipe, like Jamie, if you're still watching, or Felipe, if you're watching, and you guys are just like getting towards the end of the show, and you're like, God, let's wrap this up. Like, let's just blow it out. Just run the whole short box, you know? Just $1 start the short box. I'm a fan of that. All right, we at the end. And Manuel Amparo, thank you, sir, for the two. Um, how am I going to do this? I'm writing both. I'm writing your name on both of them. And how we will combine shipping, I don't know, but you'll get both of them. I promise you that. All right. Let's see. Lot number 13. And that one goes to Manuel. Manuel Amparo. All right. Got your Polaris lot situation going on there. Okay. A couple more X-Men, and then we're going to hop on over. Next up, X-Men 58, first appearance of Havoc. Although, is this like first Havoc costume or something like that? I feel like this is the Havoc book to get, but it might be the case that like maybe he makes his first appearance in another one. I still call it first Havoc. This one I'm calling a 2-0 to a 3-0, but it's a 2-0 to 3-0, so probably it's a 2-5. It does have water on it, so you can see like seeing the title right there, like it's got this like stain, water stain up there, and then the book's a little bit ripply. Sometimes when you guys like pick up those copies, you can feel the watery rippliness. Some creases down there, and I do think, where is it? A little bit of a stain in the middle of the book. You can kind of see it's got this kind of watery stain there, but it's not terrible. I mean, you still open it, and like the colors are decent. So, you know, it's a book. It's a book. And you guys say it's first Havoc, but not first Alex Summers. Yeah. Yeah. I buy that. All right, here we go. Let's run it. First Havoc, the cooler cover when it comes to, you know, wanting this book. The swipe button will show when an auction is happening. You can swipe to bid and enter. Oh, okay. I think you guys are chatting it up over there. All right. We got ourselves a wiener. We have comics and cards. Thank you so much, sir. Lot number 14. We have comics cards. All right. Thank you. All right. Last X-Men book. Next key in the run. X-Men number 64. First appearance of Sunfire. Calling this one a 3-0 to a 4-0. It's a decent copy. It's got a little bit of some stainy grime right there. It's got a little bit of a corner up there. Some spine ticks. I don't think this one had water. I don't think that this one was one of the ones. So decent copy, but grime and stuff like that. But I'm calling it a 3-0 to a 4-0. I think this is one of those books that, anywhere in the 60 to 80, $E range. But a cool book regardless that we're going to run right now. Let's go. X-Men 129. I do have an X-Men 129. I didn't grade it and price it, but I can do that for you. I will maybe pull it up for you if you want me to run it when I go back to it. It was one of those things where it's like I was trying to like think about what's the theme of the show. It should be Silver Age, and then like X-Men 129 is not Silver Age. So then I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't run it, But I'll prep it. I'll prep it. But I do have to grade it, so we'll get there when we get there. All right, put that one away. All right, winner, Christopher Conroy. Christopher Conroy, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. Lot number 15. Christopher Conroy. Appreciate you, sir. All right. So I got more X-Men later. I got like the X-Men 94. I got an X-Men 101. And now I'll do a 129 a little bit later on. But let's go back to a different Silver Age genre here. And I think I got some stuff that I think is pretty cool. Pull them all out together. How about this? Avengers number dos. Numero deuce. Any Darkhawk you I would not dare get rid of my Darkhawk. Avengers number 2. Nice book. Nice copy. 1963, second appearance of the Avengers. I'm calling this one a 4.5 to a 5.0. It's got some, you guys can see a little bit of like spiny tickiness going on over there. It's got a little bit of, I don't know, colory rub. Maybe a little bit of thingy thing in the corner. I don't know. It's pretty nice. I don't know why I called it a 4.5 to a 5.0. Maybe it had tanning. I don't know. Whatever. Avengers number 2, an overlooked book, in my opinion. One that I feel like you never really see this one. But I looked up recent prices. I think it's like kind of in like that $400 price point. But we're going to start it at $1, and it's going to get whatever it gets. But man, oh man, do I love me some Avengers. He did have an Avengers 1 that is a restored copy. Maybe I'll run that one day, but I sent it to get pressed and cleaned. So maybe for the next show, maybe I'll grade it. But until then, we're going to run Avengers number 2. Here we go. $1 start. Cool book. The early Avengers doesn't get the same love as like some of the other runs like FF or Spider-Man, and understandably so, understandably so. But I love it. You guys know me. It's like my Avengers is my jam. I've always loved this stuff. So I'm a fan of it. And so is Jason McCullough, who knocks it down with a quickness. All right. Jason, lot number 16. Appreciate you, sir. Number 16. Jason McCullough. Yeah, hopefully you like this one. I think you're gonna like this. I think you're gonna like this book. It's like a really just solid copy. Really nice colors for what it is. All right, let's kind of keep going through some of these early Avengers here. We got next in the run, Avengers number 3. First, I think this is the first meeting of Namor and the Avengers. And it might be the first time that Hulk meets like Iron Man. No. He obviously met him in the last issue. Is it the first time he meets Captain America? No. It was something else. There was something about this. I guess it's the first time he meets Submariner, or like some of them meet Submariner. Either way, first team up. Yeah, something. You guys, God, it's starting to go, guys. It's starting to go. Anyways, Avengers number 3, early Avengers. I'm calling this one a 2.5 to a 3.0. It's just kind of got, your general wear, some stuff on the spine, maybe a little bit of tanning. I don't know. Things like that. I wrote down that it's about a $200 book, something like that. But we're going to find out together today, this particular copy, as we run it, starting at $1. Here we go. Avengers 3, guys. And then we got other Avengers early in the run. Number 5, We got a 9, Wonder Man. We got a Mortis. So we got a bunch of stuff. And we got a bunch of stuff that we could do. All right. Peter Zappardo. Congratulations, sir. You are the winner. And that was lot number 17. Peter Zupardo. Thanks again, guys, for hanging out today. Hopefully, you guys are having fun. Hopefully, I'm doing an okay job, kind of keeping it rocking and rolling. Pace of play, pace of play. I know, sometimes you have to wait for all like the individual lots, and it can become a thing. But I'm rolling through. If you guys have requests, we can do those. But I figure, we just kind of keep knocking out some of the cool stuff, like this one right here, Avengers number 5. Next one in the run. First appearance of the Lava Men. You never know, guys. You never know. Lava Men could be the next big thing. Probably not, but it's a nice book. This one is a decent. It could definitely use a press and benefit. But the colors are nice. This is one of those books where it's like every time I see this, like the colors are never really good on this one. But I'm calling it a 5.0 to maybe a 6.0 if you pressed it up. I think you could maybe squeeze a 6.0. You might get a 5.5 because it's got that. There's a couple little scratches right there. Oh yeah, you can see kind of like, so it needs a press in this area, and it's got a couple scratches. So that's definitely the thing. Maybe the back could use a clean, but overall, it's not bad. The colors are good. The colors are nice on this stuff. So that is that. Think some copies were selling like $200 between that grade range. Could you explain how the bidding works, the slider, etc.? Yes. So as I run the auction in your phone, you should see that it'll go live, and then there's like a slider at the bottom. It does start at $1, but sometimes when people are in the room, everybody starts swiping right away, so it goes up really fast. So all of a sudden you might see it like, oh, now it's $20, now it's like 50. But basically, the first person that swipes gets $1, and then the next bid is like $2, and the next is whatever the incremental aspects go. Maybe I think like once it gets to a certain break point, like let's say it's at, I don't know, maybe it's at $20. Does it go up to like $5 increments, that sort of thing? But you just keep swiping for however much you're willing to pay at an auction. And then every time somebody swipes, the timer gets reset to like another 10 seconds. And then if nobody swipes after that 10 seconds, then that's who the winner is. So that's basically how it goes. Let's see. Hey, Swag, enjoying your first row. Notice you read the usernames of the book. Yeah, good feedback, J Rod. Good feedback. Yeah, you know what? It's interesting because sometimes it does show me the names in the interface. I see your username here in the chat, and then when I look at the lots and how it sells, it shows me your name. So good feedback on my end. I will try to tweak that. I'll try to tweak that. So there you go. Yeah. We're going to keep our aliases only. You call me Swaggle Haas, I call you guys your username. That's how we like it. That's how we like it. Okay. Here we go. Avengers number 5. Let's get it going. Hopefully I explained the auction okay. So if you want to bid, now's your chance. Yeah. So definitely what is it? Yeah, doxing. Is doxing the people's names here, on this whole thing. So make sure to call out your username if I can help it. What is the offer tag option? So Titan, I think that is if I wanted to set up my sale today, I can list buy it nows. So if I was like, hey, I have to get $200 for this book, I could like list a buy it now thing, and then you could offer on it. But basically everybody or every book I'm running today, I'm just doing like $1 starts and running the auction. So as far as the offer tag right now, not relevant to what books are selling today. But that's kind of, I think, what it would be if I wanted to do buy it nows in the future. All right. We got so yeah, let me not dead name this, or let me not name this person. So person one, and it tells me their name. So I just have to not read the last name. Matt. Matt won that book. So Matt, thank you so much. We're not going to call out your last name. We're just going to say just Matt. His name was Matt. He was lot number 18. And he is the winner of the Lava Man. Thank you, Matt. All right, let's knock out a few more Avengers books right here that are some cool ones. I got Avengers number 9, first appearance of Wonder Man. I'm calling this one a 2.5 to a 3.0. It's got a little bit of smudgy going on the man. If you guys can see, a little smudginess. Got a color break up there in the corner. You guys can see those color breaks. Some more color breaks there. Some ticky ticks, but I'm calling it a 2.5 to a 3.0. It's attached. It's got all the things. I don't know where the recent prices I looked up. Around 100. Again, I'm just ballparking it. If you guys find it helpful, maybe I'm lying to you. Either way, look it up for yourself and just bid what you want to bid. Bid what you want to bid. All right, here we go. First appearance of Wonder Man. Did you watch the Wonder Man show? Let us find out who did as we run this auction. I am not caught up on my MCU Disney Plus stuff. I have not watched Wonder Man. I have no idea if the show is good. But I heard some good things about it. People said that it was like pretty decent, or like some people liked it. So I don't know. Maybe I'll get up to it. The Disney Plus shows I like. I'm not as big of a TV show guy. I much prefer movies. So it's like the TV shows to me just feel like they feel like the tie-in issues of a comic book run. Where it's like, do I really need to read all the tie-in issues to understand Infinity Gauntlet? Probably not. All right, we got a winner. Mark. Mark is the winner. Thank you, Mark. Lot number 19. Appreciate you. Perhaps Mark is somebody that watched Wonder Man and was like, this show is the best. It is awesome. I need to add that book to my collection. Unlike this book, which, speaking of shows that didn't quite pan out for certain characters, you guys know the next book in the Avengers run is Avengers number 10, and that means it is the first appearance of Immortus. This one I have at a 5.5 to a 6.0. Man, oh man, was this book once upon a time way more expensive. But this is a pretty decent copy, especially with like an all white cover. Sometimes it's like really grimy with this stuff. But there's, the damage is not that bad. Like there's a couple spine ticks here. There's a little bit of slight readery crease, slight along Captain America. You can't quite see it, but you'll maybe see it a little bit. It's not color breaking, but it's faint. Maybe a little bit of discolor at the top. I don't know. It's a pretty nice book though. So I'm calling it a 5.5 to a 6. That's what I called this one. But it's a decent copy overall. Either way, we're gonna run it 5.5 to a 6. Once upon a time, this was really expensive during the Loki show. But it's not that much. It's not that expensive anymore. Yeah, I think the prices were around that. But let's run it, guys. Here we go. Avengers 57. Yes, we can do an Avengers 57. I do have one for sale. I also have one as a giveaway, which I'm stalling. I'm stalling how we're going to do the giveaway. We're going to figure something out. But it'll be good. Someone's going to get Avengers, as a giveaway, and then someone can get Avengers as a buy it at an auction. So either way, I appreciate you guys showing up today, weighing in on this, checking out the app. Again, give the guys feedback if you have it. They're still in their beta. They're building this program out, and I'm a fan of them. Like, I've been friends with those guys for a long time. They've been great dealers for a long time, Flip Mode and CBB. And so I'm rooting for them for this to be a successful project. So I know that they appreciate you guys showing up for me today on this one. All right, so it looks like we got a winner. John, congratulations. You got yourselves the first Immortus. Will we ever get the payoff of the Ant-Man Quantumania scene? Will we ever see what was Immortus that? He was that. Or no, was he in the Loki show? Was that like Rama Tut in the Ant-Man thing? Immortus was in it as well. Will we ever see Immortus again in Avengers Doomsday? Is he going to show up for 5 seconds so Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom can kill all the Kangs and they can say, guys, we're done with the Kang thing. Okay, Kang is gone. Now let's lock in for Doomsday. Either way, you're going to have yourself this book, and you're going to be able to enjoy it for what it is. So, John, lot number 20. Appreciate you. All right. I do like Kang. I am very sympathetic to Kang. Before we got Kang, before it was like a thing, like I liked Kang. Like I was a fan of Kang. And then when we got Kang, I was really excited. And then they did my boy. They did him so dirty. They did him so dirty. The power icon on your live is flashing. Is your cell running low? Just an observation. Just noticed you doing that. I'm working off of my computer, so it shouldn't be a battery cell issue. But interesting to know. Like I don't know what the flashing thing is, but I'm glad you pointed it out. I'll look into that. Okay, let's see. How about this? We've been talking about Doom, and we're talking about Vision. So we're going to go Avengers 25 up next. Badass Doctor Doom cover. We don't need Kang anymore. We need Doctor Doom and the Avengers. So we're moving on to him. This is a Avengers 25. I'm calling it a 3-0, maybe a 3-5 if the grader is feeling good. Let's call it a 3-0. Let's call it a 3-0. I want to be conservative. I want to make sure you guys are good. It's got some creases up there. It's got some creases right there. It's got creases on the corner. You guys can see. It's got some spine ticks there. And some crease right there. So not a bad book overall, but just enough creases that I want to call it a 3-0 or a 3-5. But this book is one that actually, unlike Immortus, has it's got a little more demand out there because this is the first Doctor Doom in the Avengers, and obviously we're going to get Doomsday. So calling it the 3-5 to 4 to 3-0 to 3-5. I see it going around these 120 price points, depending on the book and all that stuff. But we're going to sell it today, starting at $1. Let us run the auction. Boom. Yeah, it's funny because this was one where I always thought that this was a sweet cover, and I was a fan of it because I was you guys might have seen me doing my Avengers run, but this one wasn't as hot, back in the day. It wasn't like the one that people it was a cool cover, but it was one of those ones where it was maybe it's a $50 book or whatever. But this is actually one that people, they got up on game with this one. They were into it. And then especially with like people moving away from Kang and Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom. I think that like this is the one that everyone was like, oh, actually, that book's actually pretty sick, you know? At least Sam seems to think so. Sam, congratulations. You are the winner right there. Thank you so much. Lot number 21. Sam, I'm not going to say your last name because I learned. Congratulations, sir. Thank you so much for that one. All right. How we doing here? How we doing? Okay. We got to keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Somebody asked about Avengers 57. So we're going to show it to them right now. This is not the giveaway book. I will do a giveaway book for sure. So yeah, Avenger 57, First Vision. Let me point out a couple things. It's a decent copy. This one. Oh wait, hold on. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on a second. Let's see what I did. Okay. It's a decent copy. It's got a couple creases on the side there. Can I show you guys? It's kind of hard to see, but it's got, oh, there it is. So it's got a crease right there in the black. It's got some dirt on it. It's got up here in the A. See on the V, it's got like a little like a little hole punch, like some pin kind of punched it. So I don't know how that happened to it, but it's got those that go through the cover. Maybe a little bit of grime, a little bit of scratching, but it's not bad. It's not a bad copy. I don't know how much the hole punches would affect it, but good colors, really good colors on this one. So I'm calling this one a 5.5 to maybe you could get a 6, depending on the hole punch stuff. I think you could, but let's just call it 5.5. Either way, it's like a 275. It's kind of like your average prices, I think, for this guy. So first appearance of Vision, colors are good. Does the punch go through the whole book? No, it does not go through the whole book. It's just the cover. It's just the cover. I could open it up, but I don't think I need to. So it's just that. And I see some of your other guys. Any X-Men? Yeah, I did. I ran Silver Age X-Men earlier. I'm gonna do some X-Men later. For sure, still. And Silver Surfer, we can hop over to Silver Surfer after this. So here we go, guys. Avenger 57, First Vision. Let us see what we get. Thanks again, guys, for hanging out today. Shout out to YouTube. What's going on in YouTube? Hey, YouTube. Oh, there's people here. There's people in the YouTube. What are you guys talking about? What are you guys doing over? I never know what you guys are doing back there. The meatloaf. Yeah, people are sorry, guys. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm not following the chat over there because I'm looking at the CUKOO chat. Yeah. Thanks again for hanging out. It's been a great show. It's fun to get you guys some books and hang out on this Sunday. Yeah, I got other things to run. We are going to be doing more shows today on CUKOO. It's like an extravaganza. There's multiple people that are selling after me. The Flipmo guys are going on at like 2:30. Manuel, thank you so much, man, for this. You got yourself First Vision. Yeah, they're going on after me, and they got some crazy. Someone was asking about X-Men. You mentioned you missed the 9. They have an X-Men 1, and I think that they might have maybe some other early X-Men. I'm not totally sure on that, but they have an X-Men 1 if you're interested. So they're going to go on after me, and then Hell Destroyer is going to go on after them. And Hell Destroyer's got all his stuff going on. Maybe he's got some crazy Dan Quintana signature things or whatever, if you guys are interested in that. All right, Manuel, thank you, sir. Put that one down there. Okay, what did we say? What did we say? So I did some ASM and I got other ASMs, but let's not go there yet. We did some Avengers. I have more Avengers, but I feel like we did it. We got FFs with Silver Surfer, and then we also have Silver Surfer. So let us break out some of the big boys. Let us break out our Silver Surfers. Oh God. All right. We got ourselves Silver Surfer numero uno. Is this Silver Surfer a better cover than number 4? Many people do not think so. But I am in the minority because I love this book. It is one of my favorite covers of all time, maybe even more than that of number 4. All right, let's talk about this guy. I'm calling it a 5.0 to maybe you could get a 6. Nah, let me take that back. Let's call it a 5.0. I think it's probably a 5.5. That's what I think you would get. It's got some crease right here. It's got a crease up there. It's got some crease at the top. I know it's a little bit hard in the light, guys, to show you. But it's not a bad copy. It's not a bad copy. Should we pull it out? Should we pull it out of the bag? Maybe we should. Maybe with these ones we should. Because I wanna make sure, because like, sometimes these are like a little pricier. I want to make sure you guys see everything. All right. Silver Surfer. So you can see, could use a press for sure on that light. It's got the crease up there. It's got a crease right here. Crease right there. But it's not bad, you know? It's not bad. Here's the back. Back is decent. Did this one have the? No. Yeah, so there it is. Silver Surfer number 1. I'm calling it a 5.0. Maybe you could get a 6, but let's call it a 5.5. Either way, I think the prices around that grade have been pretty like up and down, like you kind of see it like on any given sale all around the same, where, you know, sometimes you could see a book go for 600, sometimes you could see it go for 500, that type of thing. But either way, it's a decent copy, and we're going to start it at $1. So, Silver Surfer numero uno, first appearance of Shalabal, and the origin of the Silver Surfer, classic Buscema cover. Let us run this biz. What is it going to sell for? I don't know. Taking it out of the bag, probably the right move. I probably should do that more often with other books. I'm trying to balance that, like, let's keep it rolling, but I want to make sure you guys know. And so, like, I know it's like always one of those things, right? Where it's like, do I keep the show moving along? How much time do we spend for each book? I feel like you got to just got to do a little bit of both. You got to do a little bit of both. You could also start the auction while you're showing the book. I could do that, yes, but then I feel like I might forget certain things, and I wouldn't want to do that. But that could be a decent idea. All right, we got ourselves a winner. Looks like it was Marvel versus DC. Marvel versus DC, taking it down. Congratulations to you, sir. One of the classic Silver Age covers, one of the all-time great covers, the all-time great run. Lot number 23. 23. That one goes to one Marvel versus DC. One Marvel versus DC. Bada bing, bada boom. Thank you so much for that. Congratulations on this book right here. All right, moving along to now what many argue is the best cover of all time, which they would be wrong to say that it's the best cover of all time because we know that the best cover of all time is now Absolute Batman #1. Yes, Absolute Batman is now the best book, the best cover, the best at everything. But second to that is Silver Surfer #4 right here, which I'm calling a four. What did I call it? A 4-0. Let's call it a 4-0 to a 4-5. I'm calling this one a 4-0 to a 4-5. Let me take it out of the bag. And let's show you guys the book. Just so I can point out a couple things that I think are worth pointing out with this guy. All attached, all good, all those things. But as you guys can see, there is a color break right there. That dog ear in the corner. There is a crease along the edge right there. You guys can see that guy? Crease on the edge right there. There is crease in the corner. You guys can see that. And then you probably noticed that in the light, so it's got some like maybe you could press that stuff out. See how like the light is showing some of these like indentations, these scratches, or they're not like scratches because like maybe this one breaks a little bit of color, but it's got some stuff that like you could like press that out. Like it's almost as if, what is this? Something was like on top of this. Oh, you know what it was? Okay, this is what it was. I feel like somebody had something on top of this book and then they were writing on that thing and then the pressure like pushed in divots on this book. You know what I mean? So maybe you could press that. Don't quote me on that. I actually don't know, but I just want to make sure you guys see it. But other than that, it's just like got that the corners up there, and then the back is the back's solid. Back is good. So for that reason, I'm calling it a 4-0 to a 4-5. It's not a bad book either way. Not a bad book either way. Yeah, I see. Hopefully, it can be pressed. I just don't know. Like, sometimes like I don't know if they can be pressed or not pressed or whatever it is. So I just want to make sure that I don't say that. And then you guys are like, you can't press that out, swag. It's like, I'm not a presser. I don't know. But I'm an optimist. And I like to think that people can do anything that they put their mind to. So 4045, $500 type of thing, 550 maybe. But we're starting it at $1, and we're going to see who wants to take home this classic Buscema cover. Running the auction now. Let's go. All-time great cover for Silver Surfer. This one's always good. It's always good. And the question is, are we going to get this moment? Will we see Silver Surfer and Thor on the Rainbow Bridge do this at some point in the future? I feel like they got to do it. Even though the Rainbow Bridge is gone, it's been destroyed. Asgard is gone. But I feel like this is one of those moments they should probably try to create, in in a movie at some point. All right, we got ourselves a winner. Eggplant Comics. Eggplant, shout out to you, sir. Appreciate you on this one. You got yourself Silver Surfer number 4, lot number 24. That one goes to Eggplant Comics. Congratulations to you. I hope you can press that out. That'd be awesome if you could. Keep me posted if you do end up sending it out, because I'd love to find out if that actually could get out. Okay, let us do. So I have Fantastic Four, and we have ASM, Avengers, FF, Tale of Suspense, X-Men, DC. We could do DC. I feel like I should probably do FF because we've been doing Silver Surfer. So like, why not like kind of finish out some of these Silver Surfer books? Let's take a look at our clock too. All right, we're good. We're good, guys. We're good. Okay. Earliest FF I have today is this Fantastic Four number 46. I know you guys want Silver Surfer, but we're just going to knock this one out because it's in chronological order. And, we're going to do 49 after this, but we got to do 46 first. You guys know this first appearance of Black Bolt. This one I'm calling a 4-0, maybe a 4-5 you could get. But I don't know. Maybe it's a 4. It's got a little chip up there in the corner. It's got a crease right here. You guys can kind of see that. See that guy? Little scratch on his face. Gives him a little character. And then a little scratch up here in the corner, which maybe you guys can't see it, but there's kind of like a scratch right there. But other than that, so it's okay. It's not a bad book. It's not a bad book. Too bad nobody really likes the Inhumans anymore. Nobody ever really liked the Inhumans to begin with. But I know that there's somebody out there that probably is a fan. So that's why we're selling it. Here we go, guys. Fantastic Four 46, first Black Bolt, running this auction. And then we're going to do this after here. You guys like not having music? Is that like, is it just chill? We're just chilling, you know? Or is it like, is it better to have like vibes in the background? I don't know. I'm torn on that. Okay, congratulations. We got a winner here for John. John, you knocked this one down. Where did my thing go? I lost it. Oh, here it is. John. No music? Prefer no music? Yeah, I'm kind of a no music fan. I kind of just want to chill, Number 25. We have this one for John. Yeah, music is okay. I feel like it just depends. It depends on like the atmosphere, the vibe we're trying to do. But I'm kind of cool with no music. All right, let's take a look at this one together here. Next up, we got ourselves Fantastic Four, number 49. First full appearance of Galactus, second appearance of Silver Surfer, one of the all-time great Jack Kirby covers. This is, I'm calling a 2-0 to a 2-5. 2-0 to 2-5. It's got different things going on with it. It's got scratches up there. It's got some scratches here. It's got some scratches here, a chip right there, scratches on the bottom. It's got doggy ears all up on this corner with the chip on that guy. Little bit of spine splitting here in the top. A little bit of a little chip right there. Little bit of chippy chip down right there. So yeah, it's a 2-0 to maybe a 2-5, but it's attached. It's attached. Possible 9-9 contender. Yes, without the damage, it is a possible 9-9 contender. That is for sure true. All right. So 2-0, 2-5. What am I doing here? 2-0, 2-5. Oh, let's write this. 2-0 to 2-5, and then approximate price was something in these ranges. This book kind of goes up and down, you know. Oh, one other little detail. That's important to point out. It's got a page that is ripped. It doesn't change the grade, but I just want you to know. I could show it, but you know, like one of the pages in this book, like it's got like a rip that's like this big. So it's like a rip on one of the interior pages. It's still complete, but it's got a rip on it. So it is what it is. Something around there. Who knows? Whatever. Galactus fans, Silver Surfer fans, we're running it. Let's get it going. Fantastic Four, 49, $1 start. Let's go. Swag, you need to do the auctioneer voice if no music. Well, I could do the auctioneer voice, but it's kind of weird because it's like, well, do you go $1? Hey, batter. It goes too fast because it's like, okay, and now one comes in 160, 165. And I can't quite follow along. It's just it's too hard to kind of spot what's going on. But it would be fun to do that. I could get behind the auctioneer voice. You know, it's not a bad thing to do. But either way, we're getting through it. We got some more Silver Surfer stuff coming up. We got some X-Men coming up. Good times. Good times. All right. Looks like we got a hammer close. This one's going to go to Christopher. Christopher, taking it down. Shout out to you, sir. Locking in the Fantastic Four 49, lot number 26. Christopher. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate you on this one. Which takes us to, of course, the next one that we got to do. Next one in the run, Fantastic Four, number 50. This would now be the second Galactus and the third Silver Surfer. Of course, a lot of people like to collect the trio, 48, 49, 50. This one is a low grade. I'm calling it a 2-0 to a 2-5. Biggest issue with this, guys, is like the cover's not bad and all, but like, and it's got, your general stuff going on here, but there is a little bit of moisture on the staples. You guys know when like you open a book and you see those like water moisture like right on the staples, like it's got those. Everything is still attached. You can still flip through it and all those types of things. But wanted to make sure you guys knew that. Any other little details to point out about this? General wear along the edges, doggy ear stuff going on, doggy ear stuff. So yeah, staple. Oh, here, see that staple. See how it's like a little bit got the rustiness kind of going on. So something to just be mindful of with this one, guys. But either way, calling it a 2-0 to a 2-5. Sometimes it goes for like $100 or whatever. But today It's starting for $1. Let's go. It is still attached and all that stuff, if I didn't say that. Perhaps you need it to go along with your copy of 49. Either way, it's a great book. Yeah, tough brown cover, looks pretty nice still. Yeah, it's not bad, you know. A lot of these things, like, they're not bad, but at the very least, they're all like, you know, kind of mostly attached, and that's that sort of thing. All right, we got ourselves a winner. Matt, knocking this one down. Shout out to you, Matt. Appreciate it. Lot number 27. I'm learning, like, you know, what the pace is here, you know, because it's like, how long does it take me to do one book to where we all feel good? Like, we're all like, okay, we talked about it, we established it, we looked at it together, we didn't belabor, and we ran the auction. So 27. Okay. Next up here, FFs. Yeah, let's just get through. Do we want to do this? Do we want to knock these ones out? Might as well knock this one out. I feel like this is a not in the trilogy, but sort of in the trilogy. And seems like there's people that like Silver Surfer, so we might as well just run this book. FF55. This is the fourth appearance now of Silver Surfer. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure this is the fourth appearance of Silver Surfer. And this one's pretty good. Colors are nice on this one. I'm calling it a 5.0 to a 5.5. Solid copy. But you know, it's just got your general, see, like a little crease right there. You got some crease down there. What else? You got some spine ticks on this guy. But you know, it's your mid-grade copy with still some decent color. Still some decent color to it. So we call it a 5.0 to a 5.5. I put the price on it, but either way, we're starting at $1 and we're running it. Let's go. FF55, here we go. Do you think you'll be selling more often, or is this a one-time thing? Martin, yeah, I think I will definitely be selling more often. I mean, if you guys saw my videos, I mean, certainly, I have a lot of comic books to go through. So if you guys enjoy this and we can do some shows, I'd be happy to do this more often. And I'll probably curate them so that they're really focused. Like I mentioned earlier in the show, like maybe it's like one day it's like, hey, we're just going to do ASM Bronze Age, and we're just going to go in order. Like start with like 130 and go. Or like, you know, maybe we'll just do like X-Men starting at one whatever, you know, 110, and we're just gonna go all the way through John Byrne, you know, that type of thing. So I'll probably do like more of those kind of like specific type of sales. Batman time soon. Yeah, we can look at Batman. What are the fees for the sellers on this app? Math, the fees, I'm not sure. I actually don't know. I think they're probably comparable. Maybe they're more competitive. There's a request to be a seller if you're interested in the app. So you can like hit that button, and then I think you'll probably get in touch with somebody, and then you guys can definitely have that conversation. All right, John, taking this one down. Thank you, sir. Lot number 28. Lot number 28. John. All right. We did that. We knocked it out. I did have more this stuff here, guys, you know, these types of books, but I feel like in the interest of bouncing still around, I mean, unless somebody's like, no, 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 I need 72. I feel like we should hit up some of the other stuff just to bounce around. And then we can always bounce back. We can bounce back to that stuff, but I just want to make sure that we cover some of our bases here. And people did request a little bit of DC. I feel like I should give you guys that opportunity. And then we can go to X-Men after that. So let's do this. This is a cool book. Let's get the Neil Adams. Let's get this. Get this. Ah, run the first hymn. All right. I saw someone say run the first hymn. We can do that quickly. We can do that quickly. Let's knock it out. Wouldn't be bad to get this one done. All right, you guys know what it is. We're running the first hymn. First Adam Warlock or Cocoon, I should say. And then I guess you could call this the cameo of him. And actually, should we do this even better? Let's do this instead. I got a better idea because I also had this book, and I feel like maybe this is the way to do it. Let's do a lot. So we have Fantastic Four 67, first Cocoon. I'm calling a 3-0 to a 4-0. It's got a little bit of like kind of moistury down there. You guys can see. And some general kind of wear and all that, but I'm calling it a 3-0 to a 4-0. And then I also had this book, kind of like Polaris. I feel like we should just run this as well. Thor 165. So here you have the first full appearance of him. So you got your Cocoon and you got your him. And this one I'm calling a 3-5 to a 4-0. This one has a color break. You can kind of see, where is it? Kind of along his body a little bit, like right here. See a color break kind of like right there. And some wear in the edges. But colors are all right. So we got a Cocoon and we got a him, and we're just going to sell it together. So this will be a lot. How are we going to do the shipping? I don't know. But I'm sure we'll figure it out. So there you go. Let's run these two together. Again, a problem for Swaggelhaus later on, not for me right now as we run the two books together. So first Cocoon, first him, get you covered if you are a fan of Adam Warlock. It's funny because Guardians 3 was good. I liked that movie, but I did not love the portrayal of Adam Warlock. And I consider myself an Adam Warlock fan because I love the Infinity Gauntlet. I'm that Thanos, Jim Starlin, Infinity Gauntlet generation. That's like what, that was the time when I was in comics. And so I really like Adam Warlock as a character. And I like the actor. I like that actor a lot. But I don't know, they kind of played him like a little bit goofy. So I wasn't like too big of a fan of the portrayal, although I did like Guardians 3. It was just like that part was like weaker for me. All right. Shout out to Juan. You landed yourself the 2 lots right here. Yeah, I feel like you guys agree with me. Like I was kind of like, I like this movie. I like this character in theory, but the execution I didn't love it. I didn't love it. Thank you so much, Juan, for this one. Any Ghost Rider? So I do have some Ghost Rider, but I didn't prepare it because I was doing my Silver Age run, even though we're going to do Bronze Age X-Men. But so I didn't prepare it. But when I do more shows, I will definitely be able to bring some Ghost Rider for sure. One in a row. All right, there you go, sir. Knocking down the 2 books together. Got them taped up. We'll figure out how to ship it some other time. All right. Let's see here. All right, we're gonna kick off some DC because I got a cool DC book that I feel like we got to put up here. I got a Brave and the Bold number 54. This is the first appearance of the Teen Titans. And I'm calling this one a 4-5 to a 5-0. It's a pretty solid copy. Let me think. Where do we see damages? It's pretty solid overall. It's not that bad. Like, actually, let me just, because I can't remember why I said that it was a 4 or 5, because the cover is nice, but I feel like this one deserves getting taken out. I don't know. It's a pretty good book. The gloss is nice. What was it? Maybe it's tanning. Oh, maybe this is why I hit it, because it's like, see the back? It's got like little bit of tan situation going on there. And then maybe like down here, it's got some tanniness. I don't know, guys. Whatever. It's first Teen Titans. We're calling it a mid grade. It's got a nice flop. Flop is good. Flop checks out. And yeah, this is a cool book. Cool early DC Silver Age. 4550. I think it's like kind of like a 230-ish type of book. Interior. You guys want to see the interior? Oh, page. Sorry. Yeah. We'll show the pages, guys. We'll show the pages. Let's show the pages. Show the pages. All right. Page quality. What do we think? They're not like bad pages. Yeah, off-white maybe. I'm not really like a good like page um grader. Oh, here's a little something. Here's a little something. See, kind of on the edge, definitely like a color breaking right here on the edge. Yeah. So, anyways, 4550, maybe a little tanning, a little breaking. Thumb impact. Yes, the old thumb impact. First Teen Titans, Silver Age DC, Brave and the Bold, number, I forget, 54. Brave and the Bold 54. All right, here we go, guys. Let's run our first DC of the day. Are there any DC fans out there? Your auctioning is cracking me up. Keep it going if you can. Don't get me wrong. I think thank you. I appreciate it. Well, we're trying to keep it entertaining. We're trying to do, some, I don't know. There's no music here, but I got to fill the air somehow. We got to talk about something. So I don't know. Sometimes I make the videos and I'm just like, what am I even talking about, guys? Like, what am I talking about? What are we even talking about? All right. Looks like Jason locked this one down. Brave and the Bold, number 54. Wait, it was over, right? Yeah. Oh, Brave and the Bold 54. Jason, shout out to you. First Teen Titans. That one is going to you, sir. Lot number 30. Lot number 30. Jason Mather. Oh, wait, I didn't say it. I didn't say the name. All right, lot number 30. There it is. Boom. Okay. All right. Let me see here, guys. Let's take a look. How are we doing time-wise? All this stuff. Shoot, I didn't know the auction started. When you say the iPhone, it blocks the bid line. Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes I don't know. Like maybe I should have been more clear that the auction is starting. What made you decide to use CUKOO instead of eBay or whatnot? So CUKOO was created by the comic book boys. I've done videos about them before. I've covered their auction. I've bought from them many a times. They're out here in Southern California, and they're just great dealers. And them and Flip Mode Comics, they just took a big swing. They were like, you know what? We have an idea. We want to make a live selling platform, and they just fans of them, and they've been great dealers for a long time. And so when they said that they were going to do this, like I was like, that's great. I'm rooting for them. I'm hoping that it goes well. They're still obviously, working through their beta and trying to get it all figured out. But hopefully you guys have felt like, for the most part, it's run pretty well. Like I know that there's definitely things, and you guys should definitely let them know if there are little bugs and nuances that you think should be cleaned up and fixed, especially from a UX standpoint, like a user experience, because it's all about the user experience with these types of apps. So yeah, and then they asked me if I would be interested in doing a sale, and so I was like, yeah, absolutely. That sounds like a good thing. Okay, let me ask this, guys, because I want to be mindful of everybody's time. I want to make sure we get all the books done. After I go, Flip Mode is going to start their show, and they have huge books as well. So, you guys got to tune in for them if you want. And then Hell Destroyer, who I think both those guys were in the chat, is also going to go today. So if you guys are, hanging around, and you want to keep, checking out more books, jump into them. So I say all that to say, here's some of the Batman stuff I have, and I just don't know what I want to run. And maybe you guys can just say, because like these aren't like mega keys or anything. It's like a Silver Age Batman, this type of thing. I have a Poison Ivy that's like, I mean, it's no pinup and it's missing that and it's missing that. But hey, it's a Poison Ivy. Batman 200, Neil Adams, more Neil Adams, more Neil Adams. Like, you guys want me to run this stuff? I got Green Lantern drug issues. Green Lantern drugs. You guys, drug fans out there? Okay, and then what if I did some like craziness, like 243, 244? Like, actually, I know what to do. I know what to do. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Give it to me, baby. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let me get warmed up. Let me get warmed up. Let's do it in order. Let's do it right. And then I think I should combine some of them because I might as well. All right. First Batman of the day. This is just a early Silver Age Batman, not a key. Batman 148, but a book that, I had it. I've never owned this. Haven't seen it ever. And this one is a 3.0 to a 4.0, 1962. What's wrong with it? It's got a little something right there, little smudgy smudge. It's got a little corny corn, crease stuff. Maybe a little stainy stain. It's got a corn, a smudgy smudge, and a stainy stain. You know what I mean? So I'm calling it a 3.0 to a 4.0, and it's like one of those books that is typically priced maybe around that. So let's get our first Batman underway. Keep it running, and we're going to start it at $1 starting now. Let's run. Yeah, we got Batmans here. We got Green Lanterns. I think the lots is the way to go. 85. Yeah, it's just, I mean, you might as well go in order here. Yeah, thanks again, guys, for hanging out. Appreciate it. Hopefully it's been a good show. It's been moving along, keeping it flowing. People getting books, seeing what they want to see. Shout out to everyone on YouTube who's hanging out. YouTube's still hanging out, still doing well. I should co-stream more often. I should do like Twitch and other stuff like that. Twitch and YouTube at the same time. It's my dream, guys. I know this is not what you signed up for content-wise, but I play a decent amount of video games, and I've been playing a lot of Marvel Snap. I am a huge Marvel Snap fan. And sometimes I'm like, I just want to stream this on Twitch. And I'm like, nobody wants to watch me play Marvel Snap, but I might do it. All right. Shout out to Tim for taking down the Batman 148. Tim won that one. Auction number 31. Auction 31. Tim. All right. There you go, Tim. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Okay. Next in order is this wrecked copy of Batman 181. Now, I know what you're thinking. This thing is wrecked. And you're right. It is. Because someone decided to cut out the Batman title right up there. Now, you'll see that this piece is like hanging like that. It is technically still attached. That piece is still hanging on, but you just can't, like if you were to lift it up here, it's still the top, but someone cut out this like U shape of the Batman there. So I didn't know what to do with the piece. So the piece is still there. And then the corner is cut. And it has no pinup. But You see Poison Ivy right there. So there you go. You still get her. Shockingly, it's still attached. It's still attached at the Staples, but it is a completely wrecked copy. Obviously, it's a 0.5, but surprisingly, people still pay for 0.5s and things like that. So there you go. Poison Ivy, your entry level reader copy that would have been a 9.9 had it not had the damage. But yeah, the pinup is not present. If I'm just seeing your guys' comments right now, pinup is not present. Yeah, low grade better than no grade. At least it's red. At least the color is there. All right, cool. So we're going to run it here. First appearance of Poison Ivy. Will we see Poison Ivy as the next villain at some point in the future? Feels like we're due for Poison Ivy. But either way, we're starting this one for $1. Let us see what we get. Reader copy. You know what's funny about reader copies? Is reader copies aren't always books you want to read because the little hanging Chad thing. Like, what if nobody gets it? What if the hanging Chad falls off? But at the same time, I guess you don't have to worry about more damage. I mean, it can't get worse from here, could it? How low could this thing go? When will CGC introduce the 0.1? When are they going to introduce the 0.1 grade? We're all waiting for it. Actually, they do have something like that, right? I think that they do. No, they have 0.3. They have the 0.3. All right. Still going, still going. Okay, okay. There's some people out there that are, not afraid to get their hands on an entry-level copy of Poison Ivy. Entry level, yeah, there is no grades. There's no grades. There's like pages and things like that, of course, of course. There's pages. Okay. There it is, John, taking this one down. Congratulations to you. You got yourself cheapest copy on the planet for that book. Might as well. Number 32. And that one went to John. ASM 38, I see EDC. That one ran earlier today. So someone already took that one down. But I do have other ASMs, but we're still going to do X-Men before we wrap it up. And we're going to do I put this? Do I put this together? No, we're going to do this. Yeah, let's just do this. No, we're not going to do this. All right, next up, we got a Neil Adams Batman lot. Neil Adams Batman lot. We got Batman number 243. This right here is the first Lazarus pit, I believe. And this one is what do I call it? 4.0 to 5.0. It's kind of like a solid copy. It's got some general things, but 4.0 to 5.0. And then we have Batman number 244. This one's a pretty solid version of this one. This is the Ra's al Ghul cover. I believe he kisses Talia al Ghul in this one. 5.5 to a 6. That one, a little more pricey on that one. I think when I was looking up the prices. And then we have, to round it out, 245, another Neil Adams cover, which is calling it a 4.5 to a 5.5. This one is not a key, but I just figured, put all these guys together and do a little Batman lot right here. So I do this. I have to put this one in front because it's like, oh guys, this is the key. This is the key. All right, so there you go. Get your Neil Adams, Batman 243, 44, and 45. We'll sell it all together. It'll come all together, and we're going to start it all for $1, and whatever it goes for, that's what it's going to sell for. All right, here we go. Neil Adams, Batman. Run it. Yeah, let's see if we can. It's this guy, Lazarus Pit, Ra's al Ghul, cover, covery thing. Yeah, the Neil Adams Batman's. I mean, this is the stuff that people just everyone everyone loves their Neil Adams Batman. You know, they're like uh they're like white t-shirt and blue jeans, always in style. You know, always in style. Although it's crazy, man. Absolute Batman is now more expensive than 227 in high grade. At least the 99 was. Um, all right, we got ourselves a wiener. Manuel, thank you so much, sir. You got the Neil Adams Batman lot. Let's put that together for you. Appreciate you bidding on this. Appreciate you guys hanging out today. All right, so that one was lot number 33. Number 33. And that one went to Manuel. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it. I'll be piling down there. You know, we got to straighten that out. Okay, let's see. Next lot. I can save these guys for later. Take a look at the time. We are in good shape. All right. Next DC lot that we got to do together is a couple of Green Lanterns. You know, Green Lantern number 85. I believe this is also Neil Adams. Am I right? Am I wrong? No, I just lost my nerd card with all you guys. And also Green Lantern number 86, the famous drug issues. Yes, it is Neil. Thank you. God, sometimes I say stuff and I'm like, wait, was that right? Oh my God, I get really nervous. People be calling you out in the comment sections, guys. You get a name wrong, you're going to hear about it. So yeah, 85, 86, the classic drug issues. Now, this one right here, I'm calling a 2.5 to a 3.0. 2.5 to 3.0. I think, why did I call it that? It's got some kind of like a, you know, these what like square bounds sometimes can get like a little bit of the spine roll and like the squishiness and stuff like that. That always kind of drops it down. It's got some kind of like a crease right here on his arm. Can't quite see it with the Mylar, but it's there. And then some pressable defect stuff. Honestly, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Like it's not some dirt on it. It's got a little bit of an overspray. If you guys care about overspray, doesn't really affect the grade that much, but or it doesn't affect the grade unless it was like a 9.8. Some dirt, things like that. I don't know. Anyways, 2.5 to a 3, and then this one I called a 1.8 to a 2.5. Called this one a 1.8 to 2.5 because this one is like flat. Like the spine is like it's definitely got a spine roll on this guy. But similar, like maybe it's just dirty. Oh, this one I remember. Yeah, this has a spine split down here. Little spine split down there. This one spine was okay. It's just dirty and it's rolled. So there you go. We got the Green Lantern 85, got the Green Lantern 86, the Neil Adams drug issues. We're going to do them as a lot together. And we're going to start it for $1. So here we go. Get your Green Lanterns in. All right. It is rolling. So let me think here. That Green Lantern show has not come out yet. The trailers look pretty good. And you got what's his name playing Hal Jordan and the other guy playing Jon Stewart. And I'm kind of interested in that one. I did say earlier that I'm not a fan of like the TV show superhero movies. I prefer the movies and not the TV shows. But the trailer, I like that one. seemed pretty cool, and it was like a different tone than James Gunn stuff that we've been getting. It seems like it's a little more serious, so that kind of got me more excited about it. Um, so yeah, and I've always been kind of a fan of Green Lantern. Like I said, like I was more a Marvel person because I grew up in that time. Marvel was more popular, and I was on Jim Starlin and I was on Silver Surfer, but I always liked cosmic stuff. And so, like when I learned more about DC, Green Lantern kind of lives in that cosmic world, and so I really like him. All right, the Dustin G taking it down. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you getting this one. Got yourself some Green Lantern drugs, junkies. Yeah, Nathan Fillion. That was right. Yeah. Um, but he was Guy Gardner, right? Number 34. It was like it's Kyle Chandler, the guy from Friday Night Lights, who is playing Hal Jordan. I really like him as an actor. He's really good. All right, V. Dustin G. Boom. All right, the Dustin G. Thank you so much. All right. We've been doing great, guys. We have been getting through it. Let us pull out. Okay, so I did promise X-Men. We got to, we made a promise to X-Men. We got to do X-Men. We're gonna save that. We're gonna save that. We're gonna save the. Oh, maybe we want to do this. Maybe we want to do this. Some Tales of Suspense. This might be cool to do that. Tales of Suspense. Marvel team up. Captain America. We should do that. Avengers. We can maybe save Avengers for another time. And then we got the ASMs. Okay, so at least we've been hitting all the hits. We've been hitting all the hits. What happened to Spectre? Oh, there I was trying to slide away Spectre. All right, we're getting organized. We're getting organized. We're getting. Sorry, we're gonna run Spectre. You're right. We were running it. I was like, okay, I was ready to move on. I didn't know that there were Spectre fans in the audience. Okay, showcase number 60. This is the first Silver Age Spectre. Is that what this one is? I call this one a 3.0 to a 3.5. It's got dirt on it. It's got some creases, but again, not a bad copy overall. Let me see what else. Some spiny spines. Yeah, first Silver Spectre. Yeah. Kind of a cool, like kind of an overlooked book, I feel like Spectre is another character that I really like. I think like could be a cool character to see on screen. He's kind of like a Ghost Rider meets Doctor Strange, right? For DC. Do you guys agree with that? Like I want to read more Spectre in general. And I feel like DC doesn't use them as much as they should. But yeah, anyways, 3.0 to 3.5. Fairly affordable key. Sorry we almost skipped you over Spectre. I was just like DC, skipping over this character that deserves more love. Well, now you get my love because we're going to run it for you. Auction has started. Here we go. Showcase 60, first Silver Age Spectre. Somebody's going to take it down. All right, checking over by YouTube here. YouTube. Sorry if you guys are asking questions. I am focused on the CUKOO here. Hopefully, people in the YouTube chat are helping each other out if they have questions, answering certain things. Again, we are on CUKOO, guys. The CUKOO live selling app platform. If you guys are curious, you're watching on YouTube right now, you're curious about this platform, link is in the description. You can check it out. Obviously, doing a sale over here, and there's other sellers that are going to be going after me. So if you want to take a look, it's definitely a great group of guys that have started it. It's a great platform so far. I'm really enjoying it. I think I'm going to have a lot more sales in the future. So if you guys want to check it out, definitely check the link in the description. Download it. All right, Brad, taking this one down. Thank you so much, Brad. You got yourself this lot number 35. Lot number 35. That one goes to Brad. All right. Well, we're here, right? I was like ready to move on to the DC, but I feel like we got to finish out the DC because I got another pretty cool key. I don't know why. This one, I feel like people like this. This is a showcase number 55, Dr. Fate and Our Man. This is the first solo Silver Age Green Lantern. Say that 3 times fast. First solo Silver Age Green Lantern is also the first Silver Age of Solomon Grundy. Any Solomon Grundy fans out there? This one I'm calling a 4.0. It's a solid copy. It's just got some color rub along the spine. It's got a crease right up there by the N. You guys could probably see that. But the colors are nice, you know. Purples are good. Cool book. Seen it priced around kind of like $100, but another Silver Age DC key for you guys to bid on. So let us run this auction starting at $1. Here we go. Keep it rolling, swag. And we are off. Showcase 54. Dr. Fate and Our Man. I gotta be honest, guys. I know nothing about Solomon Grundy. I really, I just, you know, I am not up on game with this one. Do I need to be up on game? That is the question. Do I need to teach myself about this character? Oh, did I say not? Well, let me. Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah, 55. You're right. I said 54. It is 55. I apologize. You caught me. All right, John, taking it down. Thank you, sir. Lot number 36. That one going to John. All right, John. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. How we doing here? How we doing? All right, let's hop over to the X-Men here. We did our DC. We talked about X-Men, and I believe that it is time for us to move on over to everyone's second favorite first appearance? No, second appearance. Second favorite second appearance of the X-Men team. X-Men number 94. Of course, second appearance of Colossus, Nightcrawler, Storm. This is one that I think back in the day, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like back in the day, I've heard that this was the book to get. And then Giant Size X-Men 1 took over at a certain point. But I think there might have been a time, this is all hearsay, that the people liked this book because it was in the run, in the continuity run of X-Men. So people actually paid more for this. But that is no longer the case. Although it is still a pricey book. Now, this one I'm calling a 5.0 to a 5.5. I do want to take this one out for you guys because I want to show you, a little thing that's going on with it, and you guys can sort of see. So overall, it's a pretty solid copy. The gloss is nice, things like that. It's got that crease up there at the top. You guys can see those creases. It's got a little corner crease right there. It's got probably some spine ticks somewhere. I'm sure there's one right there. And then the back has a little bit of staining right there. You guys can see that corner. Maybe someone can remove that. I don't know. Maybe a cleaner has an idea of how to get that out, but it is there. I want to point that out. And then also, this book has some not hole punches, because it doesn't break the book. But let me see if I can catch this in the light. See if I can. There's like some indentations. Where's the light? Where's the light? Where's the light? Oh, okay. Okay. Wait. Okay. Do you see how, like here, there we go. You see how there's like these like little circles that are getting poked in? So I don't know what those are from. It's almost like somebody was writing, once again was writing, and then like the pressure of the pen like pushed in. So it's got a few of those on the cover, and maybe you can press those out, but I don't know. But either way, they don't break the cover. So that's it. But either way, I'm calling it a 5.0 to a 5.5 because there's the pages, by the way, because it's got the thing on the back and then it's got some creases. But, the colors are nice and all that good stuff. All right. So that is that one. X-Men 94. 5.0 to a 5.5. I think some of the recent comp prices around that $425 price point, something like that. But either way, we're starting this one for $1, boys and girls. So, second appearance of Colossus Storm Nightcrawler. Let us run the auction. Here we go. X-Men 94. Classic book. Everybody loves this one. Giant size. Starts the Claremont run. I think that's why, another reason why people like it. This is just that time of X-Men that, everybody just love this run. And I do have some other books after this. Like I do have like 95 and 6 and so on and so forth through some of the things. So yeah, one day we'll do like an X-Men show, and we'll do all those types of books and stuff. All right, we have ourselves a winner. David, taking this one down. Thank you, David. Appreciate you. Lot number 37. Lot number 37. That one goes to David. Boom. X-Men 94. Thank you, David. Really appreciate it. Okay. Now, next up, X-Men number 101. First appearance of the Phoenix. I said that this was a Silver Age sale, but I feel like we just got to do it. We're just here. I got these ones available. Let's just run them, So this one right here, what did I call it? I called it like a 6.0. This could definitely use a press and clean. Let's take it out. Let's take it out and look at it together. Let's grade it together. Because I feel like with these ones, it's more important that you guys see it and just decide for how you feel about it. So yeah, you can see that it's got some like rippliness. So it definitely wants a press. Definitely wants a press. Biggest issues. Let me see. Maybe a little crease down there in the corner. Maybe some spine or some staple ticks. What is that? Staple stress. Back here, again, a little bit of that. What do you call that? A little bit of that grime that maybe cleaners can get that out, but it's on there. So definitely could use a press and clean. I'm calling it a 6. There you go. Yeah, you can see. Look at that. Look at that shine. Needs that press. Needs that press. Yeah, a little foxy foxing. Foxy foxing. So, but a good copy, decent copy. There's the pages. So let us situate it once again. in the bag. Called it a 6-0. Some recent prices. Yeah, if you can press and clean, I think this is one that at the very least you should just do it for yourself. All right, so here we go. X-Men 101, First Phoenix. Let us run the auction. Here we go. And we're live. This is one of those books that everyone loves this one, you know? And it's one of the ones that like at the 9, 8th grade, like this is one that has always stayed pretty competitive. Like when all the books were like at their highs in COVID and then they like came back down, like that this is one that like at 9, 8, it like withstood the test of time. Like, people really still showed up for this one. And I think it's just a testament to, how much people love this run, this X-Men run, and the Phoenix storyline. And maybe people are excited because we're going to get X-Men again in the, what's it called? In Doomsday. And maybe we'll get more X-Men as the next MCU phase. So yeah, people dig it. All right. Looks like we got ourselves a winner. That one going to Jason right there. So Jason, shout out to you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. X-Men 101, First Phoenix, lot number 38. Lot number 38. That one for Jason McCullough. All right. Thank you, Jason. Okay, guys. Someone asked about X-Men 129. I did not prepare this one, so I'm going to grade it on the fly with you guys. And I apologize that I'm not like super, super, super prepared, but I did show it and I should have graded it ahead of time. I'm just looking at it. I think it's like an 8, maybe better with a press and clean. You could get it. Yeah, yeah. I feel pretty confident about that. Okay, let's take a look at this. So, first appearance of White Queen, first appearance of Shadowcat. Um, let's do this together. Look at it. There's the top. Definitely needs a little pressing at the top right there. Got yourself a tick up there in the corner. You got yourself maybe a small tick right there. This corner's okay. Here's in the light. It's a decent copy. Yeah. So this will be, there's some stuff that you guys need to clean in the back. There you go. And the page quality. So I'm going to call it an 8 just to be safe, just so that, because I didn't really, really look at it and I wouldn't want to overgrade it for you guys. But maybe 8 to a 9, to be honest. But let's call it an 8. Let's call it an 8. And I don't know what the recent prices are. And this is going to be the last lot of the show, guys, because flip mode is in the waiting. And we're going to go from X-Men 129 over to their X-Men number 1. They have an X-Men 1 coming up, a raw version as well. So they're going to be going live after me. Thank you guys all so much for showing up today and hanging out with me. Really, really appreciate you guys doing this. We're definitely going to do more shows in the future for sure. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And I appreciate you guys coming on over to the CUKOO app and checking it out. But with that out of the way, let's knock this one out. Hopefully my rambling gave you enough time to kind of look at some prices and comps and whatever you want to pay for this. But this is the last book of my show as we go over to flip mode. X-Men 129, first Shadowcat, first White Queen. let us run the auction. There we go. We are live. We are live. So yeah, thanks again, guys, for hanging out. This was a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys like hanging with me, as I kind of figure it all out. Um, Once again, the flip mode guys are going live right when I end. So you can hop on over to their show. They got crazy books. They got, we're on X-Men. Like I said, they got an X-Men one. They got a giant size X-Men one. So they're going to be rearing and ready to go. Like you can pick up, right where we left off if you're interested in those books. Awesome dealers if you've ever worked with them. And yeah, we'll definitely do more shows in the future, with this app. You guys can let me know what kind of stuff you want for me to prepare. I can curate it because I know like sometimes like not everyone, you guys, I know, like I get it. Like it's one at a time. Maybe you don't want to wait through the whole show. So it's like, okay, let's set up a Fantastic Four show. Let's set up this show, so we'll do those types of things. And yeah, appreciate you guys. All right. So we got ourselves a winner. It looks like it went to John. John taking this one down. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Congratulations to you, John. That is lot number 39. Lot number 39. That one goes to John. Okay. All right. All right, guys. Well, that was the show. I appreciate you guys all for hanging out today. I did promise a giveaway of this Avengers number 57. How am I going to do it? I don't know. I'm giving it away. I'm going to go over to the YouTube. I'm going to end the stream here. I'm going to keep the YouTube stream going. If you guys want to go over there, I'm going to like work through the giveaway sort of system, thing. And we'll give away this book and we'll have somebody find a new home. So, but I appreciate you guys either way. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up here. Like I already said, guys, Flip Mode is up next. So hop on over to their show and then Hell Destroyers after them and maybe the CB Boys later on. But thank you guys all for tuning in today. I appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who bought from me. I'll have your books out ASAP. I'll start working and shipping on them tomorrow. So thanks again, guys. Appreciate y'all. And we will see you in the next stream. Later, guys. All right, we ended. We ended the CUKOO show, but we're still live on YouTube. We are still live on YouTube, and we got a giveaway book to do. Now, here's the thing. Obviously, it was like the idea was like, hey, if you're on YouTube and you come over to the CUKOO app, you like then I'll give away a book. But now we're not live anymore. So I don't know. So now the giveaway is in this YouTube. If you're here right now watching this YouTube, you're going to be eligible. You're going to be eligible. So let's figure something out. Okay, so the giveaway book once again is Avengers 57. And I think if I do, give me a little second, guys. All right, we're rattled here. Okay, so if I go, okay, like stream your giveaway? No, what do I do? Like YouTube giveaway tool, right? If I do a YouTube live stream giveaway tool. YouTube live stream giveaway tools allow creators. Okay, so normally I would use StreamYard. Normally I'd use StreamYard to like do like a comment picker thing, but I don't know if I'm not using StreamYard. So built-in broadcast giveaway tools like StreamYard will let you automatically. I had to do it a different way to co-stream at the same time. Pick a live stream giveaway winner. Free YouTube comment. Wait, let me see. Hold on. StreamYard giveaway tool. Okay. If I do this and then I go here, how do I get to it? StreamYard giveaway. tool link. This is thrilling, thrilling. I know you like I'm doing such a great job entertaining you guys right now. Okay, choose a live stream. No. Why do I do this? Why do I do this? Why do I do this? I can't use that. Test stream. There's got to be a way to do this. Let me see your questions. CUKOO app for iPhone only question mark. I don't think that that's the case. I think that there's another way to do it. Um, I suppose I could just do a random question and do the giveaway that way, but that's not what I want. Random number from 1 through 39, those who purchased. So Lance, that's not a bad idea. I could do that and just put it in the lots, but I feel like I wouldn't want it to be like, oh, only the people that purchased, you know? I feel like if you guys like hung out and you're here, you're hanging out, like maybe I should just do this. Okay, can I like, there's got to be something. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to figure this out. There's got to be a tool I can use. Let me tell you, let me walk you guys through my problem. Normally, I use StreamYard when I go live. And StreamYard has a built-in tool that allows you to pick a winner within the chat. But because I co-streamed live on YouTube while also on CUKOO, I couldn't use StreamYard because like the camera would get screwed up. So I had to like go directly YouTube live stream. So now I don't have access to that giveaway tool. So I'm trying to think of like what would be a way that I could pick from the everybody who's live right now to do a giveaway. What would be a way that I can do this? What would be a way that I could do this? How to pick giveaway YouTube live stream. Streams URL, paste in a random comment picker. What comment picker? Oh, okay. Wait a minute. 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 Okay, hold on. No comments found. Random comment, random live stream comment picker. There's gotta be. Do I have to use this app? Okay, wait. Do this, and then I do this. Oh, load comments. 87 watching. Oh, wait a minute. One winner, substitutes. Choose an animation, duration, 10. Show advanced filters, confirm. Okay. And then if I hit start, 10, 9. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I think I might have found this out. I think I might have solved this, guys. We're making progress. 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay, 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 okay. I did a test. All right. We in it. We are in it, boys. We are in it. Okay, so hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back. Okay. Pull this out, do this. If I share screen, share. Okay. You guys see this? I think you guys see that, right? Okay. So YouTube comment picker. And then I got the URL. So I put that in there. I hit start. Okay, now it's got that. And then I load the comments. So okay. If you're just lurking, just type something. Everybody's got to say something. Say something right now. Like say like you if you haven't written in the chat yet, because I don't know if I could do a keyword. I think you just got to say a word so that it like registers that you were here. Like don't be a lurker, you know? If you're working out right now, you're doing the dishes, you're lurking, you're doing one of those, you're bagging and boarding, you're gonna need to stop what you're doing and you need to put anything in the chat. Wait, don't put anything in the chat. Don't. I take that back. I take that back. Say something. Say something nice. Say something PG. Um, I'm just giving it some time, guys. Like, let's make sure that we get the chats in, because I think it's just gonna like it's just gonna be able to pick a random person, you know. Um, so okay, so that's pretty good. All right, we. I see the chat. It's flying. I feel like we're doing repeat chats, so I think we got it. Okay, let me refresh. Start. All right, we in it. I'm loading comments, guys. I'm loading comments. Load comments. Oh shoot. Okay. All right. All right. We got the comments. All right. We in it. Okay. Now I hit continue. Oh, sweet. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now I hit continue. Okay. One winner. No subs. We ain't here for. Actually, I do need to pick subs. I do need to pick subs because, like, here's the deal, guys. Like after whoever wins, you gotta like, you gotta follow up with me because right now we're all just like, you're just like, you know, comic dude 77, so you got to either email me or slide in the Instagram DMs. So you're going to do, or you're going to do, that's Instagram. So one of those two things. And I'm going to remember who it is. Okay. Don't you like, I know who it is. So, but we are going to pick substitutes. And here's the thing. If you don't claim your book, then, you don't claim your book. Like, how am I going to get it to you? Okay. And then we do that. And then there's a duration. That's fine. And then we don't need that. And then we confirm. Okay. So we're doing one winner. We're doing two subs in case the winner doesn't pick up the book. And then, and maybe we'll do more giveaways too. I might go crazy. Okay. Confirm. Participants, 117 people participating. Okay. So great. Yeah. So everyone's in. All right. I'm just going to hit start. All right. We're hitting start. It's going to pick someone, and the winner that it picks is going to get an Avengers 57 first vision. If you're curious about the grade, it's like a 5 or a 5.0, a 5 or a 5.5. Yeah, probably a 5.5. So there you go. All right, here we go, guys. Let's go. Shut up, swag. Hit the button. All right, hitting the button. Start. 10. All right, it's counting down. I assume everyone is entered. We're all in it. Here we go. Boom. Lance PU9E, who said simply nice. So Lance, be sure to reach out to me. Slide in the DMs. Hit me up. Posh and Kevin are also there. But we're going Lance. Okay, Lance said woo. I see Lance's name. So Lance, congratulations. You won this book. You are the best comic book giveaway receiver in the history of the world. So there you go. So hit me up. Giveaway. And that's that. That's what we do. That's what we do. Okay, what else? God, I hope, Lance, you live in the US. Damn it. You're going to be Canadian, aren't you? Ah, I will honor it. If you are Canadian. I didn't say not Canadian. Oh, man. Okay, cool. What else? Yeah, we're good. I'll do more giveaways, guys, later. We'll do more shows. But I'm going to wrap it up now. We got to go. We got to go. We got to do other things. Okay, guys. Thanks again for everybody hanging out today. Really appreciate it. Thank you all for hopping over to CUKOO and participating. If you did participate, if not, then hopefully you guys come to another show in the future. I'm sure I will do more. Check the link in the description. If you guys want, Flip Mode and Hell Destroyer are still going on right now. So if you guys want to hop on over to their show, yeah, check it out. But until then, guys, business as usual this week. It's San Diego Comic-Con coming up. We'll do videos about San Diego Comic-Con news and events. I'm sure there'll be other things to talk about, like there always is in the wild world of comic book land. But until then, peace out. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. Talk soon. Bye.